Hello and welcome everybody to our coffee talk from Planet Fair. My name is Henrike and I'm talking with my friend Margret, and we've been doing this coffee talk for quite a while, but we've had a little break. So we want to sort of recap a bit who we are, and we are really looking forward to getting this going again. So Margret, can you just give us a little overview about yourself and what you've been up to over these past months?
These months while we were silent. Yes, sure, absolutely. So my full name is Margrét Vilborg Bjarnadóttir. I am an associate professor at the University of Maryland, Smith Business School, where I focus on machine learning and data-informed decision making. In my past life, I also founded PayAnalytics, which was an equal pay platform. But now I'm more focused on my academic research, which does connect with pay equity. So I'm working on 3 papers right now related to pay equity. One is on intersectionality pay gaps. So we are not only looking at gender, we're looking at, for example, race and gender, etc. One is looking at the connection between pay equity and employee satisfaction. So for that, we're using US federal data, which is kind of cool. And then the last paper that I'm working on right now is on the impact of board quota actually on company policies. So when we require women on the board, does it change anything? So that's in collaboration. The data provider is Equalip, which collects this information for gender-aware investing. This is kind of cool. So that's what I'm doing in my academic job. And then I have a couple of policy goals. So this year, I've been working a lot on talking about and writing about how to close pay gaps, because I think we have not been doing it right in the past. So that has been part of my focus. And then my kind of newest undertaking is trying to bring a practical perspectives to equal pay for work of equal value, especially in the private sector. So there's a lot of laws and regulations that speak about equal pay for work of equal value, but how do we actually implement this in practice? So that's something I've been chatting about. So that's what I've been up to. I've been keeping myself busy over the past few months, which, contributed to the quietness of this video cast. How about you?
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that sounds interesting. Well, I've been doing lots of stuff as well, not so much on the research and part, more on the practical part. So my name is Henrike von Platen, and I'm the founder of the FPI, Fair Pay Innovation Lab, which we founded in 2017. And since 2021, we started to certify companies that pay fairly. So from 22 onwards, over the past 2 years, we actually managed to certify nearly 100 companies, going for the 100 now. And especially over the past months, this has kept me quite busy as more and more companies come also with the challenges of certifying on local sort of country level instead of going directly for global level. And we see that many companies are sort of thinking about fairness, fair pay, what to do, how to decide what groups have what kind of pay gaps with the upcoming EU directive and all the new regulations that are sort of there. So you've been looking at policies. So these new ones that are coming are sort of, we can feel that more and more companies reach out trying to figure out how do they comply, but not only how they comply. I'm more happy about those that actually want to just do it right, but they are sort of taking the policy a bit as okay, now we really need to start, but then again, not only comply, but do it right from the start. So that's sort of what's been keeping me busy. And I did miss our coffee talks, and I've heard feedback from outside that we were missed too, and it makes me very happy that we've got a plan for the new year. So thinking about our plan, I would like to give a little heads up to our listeners. We're going to have more guest speakers, or not more, but let's put it that way. We're going to be doing this regular. So it will be us two, and then either me and a guest or Margret and a guest. And Margret, what kind of guests are you looking at? What are you going to bring in as a guest, for example?
So currently I have, two. I have 2 people in mind that one I have already reached out to. So one of the things when I'm not working on pay equity, a couple of my papers that I'm working on right now are actually on AI and incorporating AI into kind of predictive decision making, etc. So one of the things that I'm going to attempt to do is to bring in people who have actually successfully implemented AI, these new large language models, into comp or HR. I think that's a kind of very cool idea. So I met someone at the last World at Work conference. She agreed to come before we took our break. I hope she's still willing to come and share with us what she did. And then I think especially in the spring, our focus will be a lot on the EU Pay Transparency Directive and how the member states are taking the directive and making their own national level regulations. And I think that will be a lot of very interesting conversations to be had around that. So I have someone in mind to have a conversation about the national level regulations with.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
Very
what about
cool.
you?
Oh yeah, well, I have some guests in mind as well, and I think it's going to be the practical side. So I'm looking at like the real life challenges from the company side. What are they actually facing and what are they doing to get it done? And not only like the best practice part of companies. So it will be more like HR people out of that direction, comp and ben managers. This is sort of the direction I'm thinking of. And I also want to have parts that are going to be quite innovative, I hope, as we are trying to figure out with what kind of new solutions we can actually handle these old problems that have been there for so long and are just not getting solved. So new solutions to old challenges is going to be one of the focuses as well. So
maybe that's the theme for 2025. Keep on talking about the old problems, but maybe coming up with some new solutions.
Yeah, so that we can finally get it done. And with saying getting it done, our time is over for this
Awesome.
like last coffee talk of 2024. And I want to wish everybody great holidays and a super cool start into the new and fair 2025. Thank you
Sounds
very
great.
much.
See you in the new year.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.